Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. You are about to watch a workout from the Posture Fix program. The Posture Fix program is 50% off all through the month of September, and we've got a Posture Fix challenge starting on Monday, October 2nd. Head to manflowyoga.com/PFC to learn more. Enjoy the workout. Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manflow Yoga. This workout is the Fix Part 3. So if you're familiar with the other Fix workouts, they are characterized by longer holds and a lot of attention to technique. So we're going to be doing the same thing today, except we're going to be focusing today on back bends and on chest opening. So this is really good for strengthening your spine, for strengthening your core, and great for countering a seated position. So we're going to work on undoing the damage done by sitting at a desk or hunching over your phone or driving. All right, let's get started. We're going to go on your back to start. We're going to spend a decent amount of time here working on your core. So first thing I want you to do is lie down and bring your knees over your hips. By the way, you're going to need a block and a strap today. Bring the block between your thighs. And you want to have it the skinny way. And then squeeze tightly. Make sure that your ankles line up with your knees. Make sure that your ankles are flexed, toes reaching back, arches pronounced. And then really pinch that block between your thighs. You can relax your chest on the ground. Make sure your neck is nice and long. Now, press your hands into your thighs and push your thighs back into your hands. As you're doing this, you're squeezing your thighs together. So there's inner thigh engagement, there's a lot of ab engagement, and you're also turning on your hip flexors. Push a little bit more. Really push as hard as you can with your hands. Challenge your core strength here. Push a little bit harder, squeeze a little bit more. One more breath. And then release. Take the block out. And we're going to go side to side. So arms out to the sides. Inhaling, legs over to the right. Exhaling back to the middle. Using your abs to squeeze back to the middle. To the left. Exhaling back to middle. Using your core strength to come back. Keep this up on your own pace. Make sure your feet stay in line with your knees. So you're keeping a 90-degree bend to your knees. And then squeezing your abs to bring it back to the middle. So we're working on opening up your lower back here. So getting your spine ready, but also on strengthening your transverse abdominals, strengthening your obliques, strengthening your entire core with this, with these twisting exercises to get you ready for today's workout. This also helps to counter a seated position very well because we're creating space in the lower back and your lumbar spine. One more to each side. Shoulders stay neutral. I'm not moving my shoulders at all. Using the abs to bring it back. All right. And now from here, squeeze your knees toward your shoulders, kind of like you're doing a squat on the wall. All right, so feet are engaged, knees squeezing back, chest is upright, and then bring your legs straight out. Push your heels as far as you can forward, and squeeze your legs together. Your back is staying neutral on the ground. Abs are really tight. If this is too difficult, just bring your feet up a little bit. And then bring your knees back toward your shoulders. Hip flexors engaged, squeezing back. Toes engaged, ankles engaged. And then bring it back out. And again, squeezing the insides of your feet together, squeezing your thighs, squeezing your upper thighs together, engaging your abs, and then bring it back. And again, squeeze your knees toward your shoulders. Keep your feet engaged, keep the hip flexors really tight, and then back out. Heels press forward. Try to make your body as long as you can. Squeeze your thighs together, press your heels forward, make them even longer. If this is getting difficult, you can bring your legs up a little bit higher. And then bring your feet back in. All right. Now plant your feet just in front of your hips. Keep your knees above your ankles.
Press down through your toes, your heels, tighten your abs, and bring your chest up. Now you want to keep a straight line from your knees to your shoulders here. So I'm not arching my back up like this, keeping the ribs drawn in and focusing on developing core strength in a back bend. Your legs will squeeze toward one another, so your inner thighs are active here, pressing down through your toes, pressing down through your heels. Weight is in your shoulders, not in your neck. And maintaining this position. Again, that straight line. You can think of reaching your tailbone toward your knees, so you're keeping space in your lower back. You're not letting your lumbar spine collapse. And then from here into a single leg bridge. So we're going to turn on your glutes. Bring your left leg straight out, just a few inches off the ground, and then push down harder through your right foot. So really engaging your right glute, driving the left heel forward, keeping the ribs, again, drawn in, keeping your spine almost exactly the same as you had it with both feet down. Drive the heel forward, squeeze your right leg a little bit more. One more breath. And then lightly plant your left foot. Now again, left leg is engaged. Squeeze down through your left foot. Squeeze the left glute. Bring your right leg out. Press the heel forward. Make sure your hips stay level. Abs stay engaged. Arms are flat on the ground. Your arms aren't really doing anything. They're just hanging out. They're not supporting you much. Again, hips stay level. So don't forget about your right leg. Keep driving that heel forward. Keep the hips coming up if you can, but not at the expense of your lower back. Should be mostly in your abs. One more breath here. And then release that foot down. Go ahead and come down all the way. All right. Little abs warm-up portion is over. We're going to flip over into a child's pose now and work on getting length to your spine once more. So the knees come wide. Big toes touch at the back. Lengthen your chest up, and then walk your arms out in front of you. Arms are straight, fingers spread wide, thumbs facing in, index fingers facing straight up or slightly out. Forehead relaxes down, and your arms squeeze toward one another. I'm trying to lengthen the front of my body here. I'm lengthening my torso by reaching my tailbone up and pressing my hips back. You don't need to press your hips toward your heels. That's actually not what you're focusing on here. Your goal here is to lengthen your goal is to get a stretch through your back. So pressing your hips back, lengthening your spine, and lengthening the front side of your torso. Arms are engaged, so I'm squeezing my arms toward one another, getting my shoulders warm for today. And the biceps wrapping up. All right, and let's move up from here. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. Actually, let's do 3 cat-cows just to get your spine mobile. Squeeze your knees toward one another. Untuck the toes. Inhale to arch. Work on pulling your head away from your hips. So make your upper back as long as you can. And then exhale to round, pressing down through your hands, pulling your head toward your chin toward your chest, your head toward your hips, back pressing up. 2 more. Nice long ones. Biceps still wrapping forward. Getting your head away from your shoulders. Neck as long as you can. Maybe looking up. And then rounding. Knees squeezing toward one another. Pressing your back toward the ceiling. Stretching your back. And then 1 more. Inhaling to arch. Making your chest big. And looking slowly up. All the way. Arching your back even more. And then rounding. Pressing down through your hands, pulling your head toward your hips, tucking the chin. Okay. Release from there. We're going to go into a lunge. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. Bring your hands on top of your right thigh to start, and then work on getting a stretch through your left hip. So the left knee squeezes forward, the right heel squeezes back, and then really push the right hip down. Notice how my right hip descends here a little bit. So I'm trying to get my right femur closer to the ground. So my right glute is engaged, the hamstring is turned on, and my toes and heel are really pressing down here. Now I'm going to lift my ribs up from here,
Make sure both sides of my abdominal wall are engaged. Make sure my spine is neutral, that I'm not leaning off to one side or the other. And then from here, I'm going to lift my arms and then slowly look up. So this is the first back bend we're doing. Well, actually, we did a few other on the ground. This is our first upright back bend, and we're gonna hold this for a while. So I want you to work on lifting your chest up. Doesn't have to be very deep. Our goal here is to just get a solid back bend, getting your spine into extension, starting to strengthen your neck, lifting your chest, pushing the top of your head forward toward the ceiling, and still maintaining good positioning through your hips. So my thighs are still squeezing toward one another. I'm still pushing down through my right foot, keeping my chin lifted, getting as tall as I can here. And the arms are up, so I'm opening up my chest, stretching my arms, stretching my shoulders, and just maintaining this upright position. You want to think ribs lifted away from the hips. We're going to do 2 more breaths here. So we get a nice long back bend. Make sure you're keeping length through the neck. And then release. All right, switching sides. So now the left leg is up, right knee is back. Push down through your left foot. Again, we're gonna try and get the left thigh closer to the ground. The right thigh, the back thigh, internally rotates slightly. And then I'm gonna squeeze that leg over toward the left. So that will help me get more engagement through the inner thigh, better stretch through the outside front of the hip. Now again, left thigh pressing down, left foot pressing down, ribs lifting up, getting that nice deep stretch to the right hip. Ribs up, ribs up, ribs up. Slowly look up. So getting a nice back bend. And I say back bend, but work on lifting up more. So this is more about getting tall than it is about getting depth to your back bend. In yoga, it's all about getting height and getting length, and we deepen from there. So focus on lifting your chest toward the ceiling, almost as if someone were hoisting your chest up on a pulley system. And then bring your arms up. Turn your palms to wrap back. So we're going to get a little bit of a different opening through the chest this time, more through the rotator cuff. Palms facing up. And then look up, lift. And we've got a few breaths here as well. So now getting a nice stretch through the right hip to go deeper. Squeeze your left heel toward your butt, toward your hips. That will help bring your hips forward more. Deeper stretch through the hips. But keep lifting your chest as you're doing that. So remember, as we're getting more length or more depth, we're continuing to get more height. It's this constant push and pull between getting taller and getting deeper. We've got 2 more breaths here. Push your head up even more. 1 more deep breath. And release. All right, let's go ahead and stand up from there. Your hips are nice and warm, legs are warm, chest is open. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that workout. Again, we've got the Posture Fix Challenge starting on Monday, October 2nd. Get 50% savings on any option of the Posture Fix program now until it starts. Learn more at manflowyoga.com/PFC. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed the workout, and I'll see you on the next video.